Fox 2 on my 6 o'clock. Sharp turn out of the way. I don't think I have any flares left. Trying to stay out of his ability to use his guns now. Hey guys, welcome aboard with Plasma 1945. Today in an F-16 on the Growling Sidewinder server, taking off from Vaziani with my two comrades, RS Striker and RS Cypher. They take up the lead. I'm in an F-16 in the back, eating glue because I think this is probably my second or third flight in an F-16. All I know how to do is vertical scan. I know how to shoot AIM-120s, and that's about it. So to do that, I take up a high altitude position. Striker and Cypher are going to operate in the 20 to 25,000 foot range, and I push up to 30,000 to have high speed, high altitude shots with the AIM-120s. I still haven't figured out how to properly uncage the Sidewinder, so I didn't bring it with me. Because unlike a flanker, when you shoot a Fox 2, you need to uncage it and track it. My first set of targets, and well, our general first set of targets were to the north, where we turned out and sent a couple of AIM-120s at the target. Meanwhile, Striker and Cypher are going to redirect to the hostile that's right below me. I've got my own problems to deal with. I've got a hostile F-18 inbound, so I figured, hey, if Striker and Cypher got this Mirage 2-on-1, I'm going to deal with these guys coming in hot from Beslan. So I pick up an F-18 out on the horizon, send an AIM-120 in his direction. He fires probably an AIM-120 back at me. I'm guessing that's what it was. And I start a crank and a left turn to defend. Missiles on its way. Almost get myself G'd out here in this sharp turn, but it's a beautiful winter morning. And there goes my missile heading right for the enemy. Makes contact with an F-18 high altitude. I don't think the F-18 paid any attention, and splash one Hornet. But meanwhile, here is the real challenger. It is OTP Rudi from One Trick Pony perfecting his craft on the Growling Sidewinder server in a Mirage. He's just clubbing baby seals, I would say here. Flying low and effective. I thought that this aircraft was actually gone and had been shot down, but he's just staying in the valleys. And this is where I switched my attention to him. So I'm coming in looking for him. Meanwhile, a friendly J-11 is already trying to work Rudi. I don't know if he didn't have visual tally or the ability to pick him up on radar there, but the Mirage was extremely intermittent, so I can definitely see that. Now if you look behind Rudi, the camera is tracking the J-11, and right behind him is me settling in my F-16. So at this point, it's me and a J-11 looking for this one Mirage. Unfortunately, I didn't get the internal camera shots because the recording playback failed, so you're going to see a lot of external shots, but keep in mind, if you're seeing one aircraft, the other aircraft is targeted across the circle from him. So in this case, it is Rudi versus the J-11. I'm somewhere in the weeds also looking for this Mirage, but the J-11's in trouble. There's a missile launch, and J-11 goes down. Rudi gets his splash, flies right over the fireball, and I'm getting an intermittent contact. Rudi drops some flares. Meanwhile, I'm looking for him as well. I see the fireball, sharp turn, definitely kind of flopping all over the place. I don't know how to fly the F-16 slow, but I do have 3 AIM-120s and a pocket full of hope. Rudi crosses in front of me going left to right, just on the other side of that hill. I do not notice him, and I just continue my circle, trying to spot him, trying to figure out where he is. The contact is extremely intermittent. I'm trying to work the radar without trying to hit the mountains with my aircraft. We are talking full-on task saturation here because this is only my second or third flight, but I do manage to get a contact and try to get over this hill and pick up a Mirage on my nose. So I am a happy camper. Lock him up and send an AIM-120 from 3-4 miles. Unfortunately, Rudi gets the RWR, evades behind a hill, and I'm now in real trouble. I'm across the circle from a Mirage. This is definitely not a place you want to be at. So I extend. I have completely lost situational awareness of where this Mirage is because I lost track on him, and I've made a left turn behind this hill. Rudi comes around looking for me. So this is really a visual fight. Rudi doesn't have data link. He's got TAF. It's intermittent in the mountains. I've got intermittent data link contacts. I do almost a flat scissors here, and end up once again on the Mirage's 6 o'clock. No time to waste, send an AIM-120 on his aircraft. Nope, no hits, no hits. Rudi knows I'm still back there. Last AIM-120 fired, and it goes just somewhere else. Alright, Plasma's out of missiles. So, here's a question for everybody, and if you know the answer, well, I'll tell you what the answer is. The question is, what do you do when you've got a Mirage next to you who's got more missiles and guns and you're on the deck in a low altitude fight? The proper answer here is, if you've got the energy, you extend. You do not fight him because he is a dangerous opponent. I tried to do a reverse. It almost works, but Rudi does catch me and he turns his Mirage in on me. So now the tables have turned. Mirage is in pursuit. I am doing my very best to try to stay out of his weapon employment zone. The OTP Mirage still has one Fox 1 and one Fox 2. I gotta twist and turn here. Rudi is patient. He knows that I'm in a no-win situation here. All I can do is extend. I try to build up speed here because I do have that to me. I've got about 2,000 pounds of fuel, so I'm very light, very fast. At this point, my decision is to go up vertical, hoping that he would lose me or that he wouldn't have the energy, but that little run definitely gave the Mirage enough energy to catch up to me. Perhaps I should have flipped around and gone low and extended into the weeds, but I wasn't having any of that. I was going to try to win this, even though I'm in a no-win situation here. Alright, Fox 2 on my 6 o'clock. Sharp turn out of the way. I don't think I have any flares left. Trying to stay out of his ability to use his guns. There's guns, and there goes my wing. Alright everybody, Plasma 1945 is down. But that was my first Mirage versus F-16 dogfight in Growling Sidewinder. Great flight, and as always everybody, fly safe. Plasma 1945, out.